Hi my loves, in this video I want to talk about stepping into the role of being someone who actively participates in their life and stepping into the role of being a conscious creator and understanding that your attention, your awareness, and just genuinely understanding how much power you hold internally. And I want that to be expressed in this video, so hope you guys enjoy. I think the first thing when it comes to being someone who can consciously create the things that they want for themselves in their life is understanding that you are the observer of everything that you are experiencing. You have the power to put your identity and place your awareness, place your attention, place your identity into the things that you want within your life, despite circumstances, despite anything that is being shown external of you. And when you're able to step into that role and understand how important your awareness is, how important it is to give the things that you are experiencing outside of you the best meaning that you possibly can, and realize that your life is in your control. It is not going to come from something external of you. The validation that you seek, the approval, it doesn't come from anything outside of you. It is up to you to be able to step into that role and be able to consciously create everything that you want and realize that your life is in your hands. People talk about awareness. I say awareness is a superpower because your awareness is to be aware of your thoughts, is to be aware of your patterns, is to be aware of your behaviors, is to be aware of the conditionings that have been placed upon you, the old belief systems that have tried to keep you safe or are actively still trying to keep you safe. It is up to you to become aware of them and break them. Change the pattern, do something different. We don't want to just be potential. You don't want to just be potential your whole life. You don't want to be the person who's not aware of the patterns or the just limitations that have been maybe placed upon you that you may have picked up through past experience or through another person or maybe from your environment. You want to be the person who's aware of that so you can be able to expand yourself even more. Science, they say, observation changes the meaning. When you observe something and put your attention and focus onto that, you start to notice different things. You can develop so many different interpretations of just one thing or one specific object or one specific thing. When you're able to observe the thought processes that you've had, maybe old systems, old limiting beliefs, when you're able to sit down and observe them, you can actively participate in your life. And that active participation does require time, it does require work, and it doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to make it hard, but it does require your active attention. It requires accountability because if you want to change the story that you may have been born in and you don't want anymore, you have to actively participate. You have to observe. You have to observe these circumstances, observe these situations, and change the script. You're the author. That is something that I've watched a video about. You are the author of your story. You can create everything that you want because success is so tangible. It is not something that you have to wait your whole life to be able to receive. Once you determine that you are someone who is successful, that is tangible. You get out the mindset of thinking that success is something that only certain people are born with, you will be able to go beyond so many bounds, so many limitations, because success is not limited to certain people. Success is tangible for every single person, and success is something that is built and it can be created. If you feel like the circumstances that you weren't born into are not the circumstances that you want to stay stuck at for the rest of your life, you have every single opportunity to create that for yourself. All it takes is risk. It takes risk and it takes putting yourself out there. And if you can do that for yourself and actively participate in your life, life has no choice but to respond to that because life responds to audacity. When you have audacity, you can do anything that you want. Stay in the mindset that you are the observer and that every experience that you having is moving you towards your best benefit, because it is our responsibility, because it is our responsibility to step up and be in control of our lives. Do not give your power to external circumstances. Do not put it on a gamble. Create it for yourself. Create the life that you want for yourself. Understand that your attention, your awareness, be someone who's an observer, be someone who actively puts themselves out there and has the audacity to ask for even more. There is no ceiling to what you can desire. There's no ceiling or limit to what you can be. Put yourself out there. Try. Do it. Create. Do something. Put yourself out there in every way possible. And do not get stuck in the limitations of thinking that something is not going to work out or that something is not going to succeed. You are not potential. Potential should not be wasted. Act on it. Be who you want to be. Do not keep spending your mind, do not keep spending your time daydreaming about who you want to be, daydreaming, because it is so easy and it is so tangible to become the person that you want to be. And all it takes is just consistency. Now, it just takes consistency, and it takes the risk. It takes the risk of trying despite the outcome, because I promise you, despite how the outcome is, it can only lead you further into yourself. Comfort level is just a starting point. It is not a prison cell. Who you are right now in this moment is just the beginning of who you could possibly be.